What's up, guys? My name is Khan. We're back today in Scrap Mechanic, and we're back with another highly requested build. And of course, this one is a build that kind of combines a few different mods. We've got the Intelligentsia mod, we've got the Wings mod, and we've even got the mod pack. And of course, this is the Autopilot dogfighting AI plane. I mean, I don't really have a good name for it. It is a cardboard plane that will dogfight you and try and shoot you down. It's been highly requested to do, and I think it's a really cool build. Now, this plane is actually really easy to fly for a few different reasons, and we'll actually line up the other way so we have a little bit more room to actually take off and take a look at it. But it's got a few different features that make it super easy to fly on its own. It's typical A and D for roll there. You can see on the little sort of ailerons, I guess, in behind the wings. And then we've got 2 will rotate that up, 3 rotates it down. Now, you'll notice they're very quick. It's actually a blueprint edited controller, so the controller is a lot faster than it should be, but it is just a controller there with 2 and 3. And then 4 and 5 is for yaw on the tail, and again with another blueprint edited controller. 6 will trigger the 2 spud guns to shoot at the same time, and they're just in the front there with a simple timer system. And then of course 1 ignites those back thrusters. Again, still no thruster particles for some reason. You can see there the 1 wing on the bottom actually is tilted already, and the entire plane flies with a sensor underneath it. When I was working on the AI plane, I needed a way to make sure that it could always take off consistently and take off and not try and move towards you until it's actually off the ground. When the plane's taking off the ground, if you actually hold the pitch down, it digs the tail into the ground and it doesn't take off smoothly. So instead, all you do is press 1 and just let it take off kind of on its own, and you'll see it'll eventually just, there you go, fly up. And as it gets off the ground, that sensor disconnects from the ground, and then it readjusts the wing and puts it back to normal. Or in the case of the AI plane, it actually starts turning on the AI to sort of track you. But it's a really easy plane to fly. You can see we can just, do some loops. No real problems there. Really easy stuff. We can turn on the spuds, turn off the spuds. A great plane for dogfighting, I think. This plane, complete manual control, so of course we can control roll, pitch, yaw. We can do it all as however we want, and works out really well. But it does have that sensor takeoff system, so taking off is really simple, and landing is the same thing. When you come in for a landing, if we turn off the thrusters there, as we get close to landing, it'll again readjust that, tilt it back up. So it's completely automatic on the takeoff and landing. You just press 1 and boom, there we go, easy up into the air, no problem, and it'll adjust itself so you're not constantly flying tilted up. So it's a really simple system. Thinking about the AI plane, the hardest part is dealing with the roll, because normally when you have a plane and you want to turn, you kind of roll the plane and then pitch the plane to sort of bank turn the whole thing. And with an AI plane, I kind of wanted to do something a little bit similar, but it's very difficult because all the AI does is really try to point the nose at the direction you're facing. And so what I decided to do is put automatic roll control on the plane using the gyroscope from the Intelligentsia mod. So the Intelligentsia mod has a gyroscope, and by putting a colored logic block into the gyroscope, which is actually that little sort of teal logic block right there, but by putting that colored logic block into that gyroscope right there, that weird symbol thing, you can actually measure the angle that's coming out of it. And so this creation, if it tilts more than 8 degrees in either direction, it'll actually activate the automatic roll control. So it's the same as that other plane, except instead we don't have control over the roll. You see, if we press A or D, the roll stays as is. And this is the same kind of principle the gyro plane uses. So this one's a little bit different for some reason. You have to press W and hold W to make it fly. But you can see automatic takeoff as per usual. And then we can go 2 to go up. But as we roll up, you'll see it automatically rolls us back to be on a level position. I'm not controlling that at all. We just loop up, and it goes, oh, you know what? We need to be level again. And once we're within 7 degrees, it stops doing that. So a really simple principle that allows the AI plane to actually kind of use that same thing. And then of course, if we turn, now we're turning purely with yaw. And as we turn, if it needs to roll, it'll adjust itself. So this plane now can kind of fly and always point itself towards a target. And you don't have to worry about the plane staying level because it sort of does that for you. I mean, obviously we could just make a plane that's like one of the missiles and has equal wings in all directions. But, if we wanted it to actually be a plane, we need to make sure that it keeps its wings sort of level, right? We could fly the whole thing upside down as well. But the gyro block really works out well to, allow us to make a plane that can just roll. And so this plane is actually really easy to fly, because no matter how hard you hit, like, the yaw controls or whatever, it keeps itself basically upright. So you're just, as long as you hold the throttle, you can pretty much just turn. And you can see, even as we roll through those corners, it's got a slower controller, so the roll doesn't, you know, happen instantaneously, and you can see it's just great. So this plane is basically all we need to make an AI plane, because now we've got every control on a different button. We can just aim ourselves at the target, and then of course with the automatic roll control, no matter what, it'll just, you can see there, come out of corners really easily, loop itself back around, and boom, problem solved. And you'd think this would be perfect for making an AI plane, and it kind of is, except for one problem. And you can see on the pitch control, it's really great. If, let's say, the target is above us, we can pitch up and boom, aim at the new target. Target's below us, we can pitch down, whatever. I mean, the roll control kind of interferes with it a little bit here, you can see, but it's not too bad. Pitch down, pitch up, no big deal. The problem is when you go to turn, and I don't know what to call it, and I don't know why this happens, but I'm going to call it the snapback. And you can see when we turn, let's say if we turn to the left, let's say the target is, you know, that tree over there, right there in the open. So if we turn to that tree, now we're lined up at the tree, so we stop turning, but you can see it kind of snaps us back. Like it doesn't, see how it doesn't stay? It moves back if we turn in this direction, or we turn in this direction. It's the same thing, right? We turn this way and then we let go. You can see it kind of moves us back. And so the AI plane ends up spending the whole time doing this, and kind of, you can see like it'll wobble back and forth like this the whole time and not really fly consistently. So we did manage fixing it for the second version, but the first version of it, which actually controls the wings, you'll see here, we'll go spawn it up, but it kind of will wobble. It'll still do its job, but it's not terribly accurate. There are two of them. We'll check out this one afterwards. So you can see this one, the wings don't have any control surfaces anymore. All the wings are fixed, and it actually uses sort of thrusters like a missile. Now this one works significantly better. If we could get rid of that snapback effect that prevents you from kind of turning properly, then we could make the other one work just as well. So they've got an AI block down in there somewhere, which basically tries to line up the nose, and that of course controls the W, S, A, and D, which in turn controls the pitch and the yaw. So it's controlling everything on the tail. When it sees you to the left, it turns the tail to the left so that you turn to the left and try and line up. And when it sees you up, it pitches down or pitches up, sorry, and so on and so forth. And then it's got a really simple potato gun sensor limit. So if there's an enemy within 500 blocks, it starts shooting. Of course, that's not really directional, so it doesn't care if the enemy's in front of it. It just, if there's an enemy close by, it starts shooting. Now, these AI planes don't have any player indicators on them, so it does not think it's a player. It won't try and hunt down other AI planes. We can put one on it afterwards and see how they do against each other. There's also a timer on the top of these planes, and the timer is really simply the start delay, so you can hit the switch. There's no remote control glitch for these things, so they're just kind of gonna fly after the nearest target. So you can hit the switch, it won't do anything, it'll sit on the ground, and then when that timer runs out, that's when it'll actually start flying. And really simply, it's gonna take off first, it's got automatic roll control, and then once it's in midair, it's gonna adjust the tail pieces to try and line up with us. And you'll see it'll work okay, but you'll see the wobbling effect. And again, it's because of that sort of snapback, which I don't exactly know how to get rid of. But we'll just activate that there. We'll run really, really quickly. We have 30 seconds. We should be able to get in the air, no problem, in that time. I mean, even if you're on the ground, it'll just take off, and it won't activate the AI until it's in the air. So there's no real concern with it accidentally, you know, driving itself into the ground. When it gets close to the ground, it'll just deactivate the AI and try and take off. So we'll just watch here, and once it hits that 30 seconds, it should lift off. The AI jets are faster than the human ones, and there's a reason for that too. And the reason why is if they're slower or the same speed, it will kill you every time, and it is really, really good at it. So you can see it kind of flies, but you can see the snapback happening. So watch when it tries to come close to us, it'll snap, and it'll just, there you go, you can see it overshoots pretty much every turn. And there'd be ways to do that if we put in a delay and we sort of said, you know, you have to have a minimum turn time or a maximum turn time. And we could probably get rid of that a little bit, but really we'd have to start timing how much of an effect, you know, this the yaw piece has. And you can see when we do this with a real plane, if we were, instead of making an AI plane, if we were making an actual human plane, you know, we'd want it to, let's say, turn left, we'd want it to actually roll, then turn, and then come out of the roll, which would require a whole other load of logic. So I definitely want to try and make more autopilot planes at some point in time, but you know, this first version definitely wasn't very good. You can see it'll struggle to fly towards us, and it's because you can see it'll line up and then it overshoots the turn, and it'll try and come back, and then it overshoots the turn in the other direction, and it's just It's just a really, really bad driver. Now, I know that's pretty terrible, and it's a pretty terrible plane, but there is hope, and that is, of course, using the mod pack to add some thrusters. So originally, we're only using the wings mod and the Intelligentsia mod, but this AI plane here basically flies like a missile. So it's still got automatic roll control to keep itself lined up. It's still got automatic takeoff, but instead of pitch and yaw on the tail, to avoid that snapback effect, we have literally just thrusters aiming in all directions. So we've got these little sort of pico thrusters from the mod pack. They aim in the front and the back, and when you want to turn left, turn right, it just shoots the thrusters in that direction to line the whole thing up. The planes are faster than the human-controlled plane. These planes are set 1 thruster limit below the max. The human-controlled plane is 1 below that. And the reason why is, if you put these at the same speed, it will shoot you down so fast, it's not even funny. It will get up on your tail once, and it will shoot you down, and it'll just unload and basically destroy your whole plane. So we're going to set this to the same speed, just so you can see. But if they're faster, what happens is they come shooting by you, and they sort of do these loops around, and it feels a little bit more, I don't know, more like a dogfight rather than just, you know, constantly getting shot from behind. Like, you literally can't dodge this thing. We could do loops all day, and it will just basically stick with us. So here we go. 30 seconds. The timer is a little bit different, and this one's laid out a little bit differently, but same deal. The timer there in the middle, 30 seconds. You just can't see it. So here we go. We'll get up into the air, and we'll just fly overhead. Now, it's the same speed as us, so it will take a little bit to get caught up, but once it gets caught up, it'll just start shooting like crazy, and we'll be basically screwed. So we'll just keep flying here. We're not going to take any shots at it yet until it's up in the air. So there's guns on the human-controlled plane. I've honestly never been able to even come close to shooting down this thing. It's so good. All right, so here it goes. It's up in the air, and you can see it kind of wobbles a little bit, but it basically flies like a rocket. And so now it's you know, on our tail, and like it doesn't matter how much we try and maneuver here, it's just gonna stick with us. I'm gonna try it. Let's see if we can get around here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, it was close. We got to get up into the air a little bit. We're dogfighting a little close to the ground here. The AI, it's good, but again, it doesn't really sense the ground very actively, so we're just gonna go up more. Can we? I can't even get on its tail. Where is it? Okay, no. Oh boy, oh, it shot half the tail off. Oh, it shot, okay, oh no. We're still good, we're still flying, we got half the tail. Okay, no. Dang it. All right. It's so good, like, it's, every time you look behind you, it's just there. You can't, you're trying to get around it, and you're just like, all right, get around. I mean, it's got a little bit of a wobble, you can see. So I do want to work on it a little bit more, and oh boy, we crashed in a tree. We're good. Oh, no, we're not. Oh boy. Oh, okay, can we, yeah, no. So obviously there's some limitations with this AI. I mean, it's pretty much the same as the missile, where it had the issue of wobbling back and forth because the thrusters overcompensating. So I definitely would love to hear what you guys think and what your suggestions would be on how to, you know, adjust for that. I think we could do a little bit more with some more logic and do a little bit of timing and, you know, kind of adjust for it. You don't want them basically snapping back and forth right away between the controls, but you want the controls to be powerful enough so that if you need to do a sudden turn, it can do that, right? So again, a little bit of that wobbling effect that we got to try and get rid of, and then of course, I'd love to hear if there's a way to fix the snapback so we could completely remove the missile version and do it, you know, straight with the actual wing controls like we were doing before. But that version just oversteers and it doesn't do it correctly. So we've got this one here. We've got the thrusters cranked back up to 1 above max so it doesn't just sit right on our tail. And you know what? We're actually going to spawn a second one, again, with the same thrusters 1 below max, and we'll try and dodge them both and see if we can shoot one of them down at all. I mean, we really only have to hit like one part of the wing. The whole wing will fall off. It won't be able to fly anymore. So we'll see if we can shoot one of them down before we get shot down, and we'll see how that goes. So I will upload that one, of course, the workshop, the little sort of missile AI, and I will upload this manual controlled cardboard plane as well. I think it's pretty good. Works pretty well, and you know, it's not bad. It could use a little bit of improvement. Again, trying to get rid of that snapback, but I'd love to hear what you guys think, of course, in the comments down below. And if you do have the game, I would encourage you to try it out. It is a lot of fun to try and dodge these things. They are very good. Okay, so we've got one plane there. You can see it turns so quick and it just aims right at us. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh god, oh god, oh god. That was so fast. It just okay, we're free. Oh, he shot it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh God, that was so fast. All right, so obviously because that was so successful with 2, it lasted about 35 seconds. I didn't see that guy coming and kind of hit him. So we're gonna do it with 3 because, you know, if it's successful with 2, we've got to run it with 3. So there we go, 1, 2, 3, and hopefully we can get in there real quick before that timer and jump. We can of course adjust the timer to 60 seconds, but it's usually, you know, it's pretty long to be perfectly honest. All right, so there we go. Get back up, rotate around, and we'll do some flying here. Let's get some altitude. You know, the AI, there's again the limitation where they don't like being close to the ground. I mean, there is an altitude sensor in the Intelligentsia mod. We should probably incorporate that into future versions. I'm not done making dogfighting AI, don't get me wrong. I know there's a lot of issues with this one. You can see there's clearly some wobbling issues that happen, and definitely some targeting issues. So I do want to try and make them a little bit better. But of course, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Oh my God, there's so... Oh, what? Did they already hit something? Oh, he took off half the wing. Wow, that was... Okay, see, that one's crashed. Okay, we lost... That's okay. You know, we don't need a full wing. Okay, he took out... We lost something else too. What did we just... Oh my God, more of the wing. Okay, we still don't need that. That's fine. We don't need the wing on that side. We're good. We're good. We're good. Oh my God. Okay, can we... How do we... Okay, there we go. Let's just shoot back, shoot back, shoot... Okay, here we go. Let's, oh God. Oh God. This is... We're lacking so much control. Oh, okay. Oh, can we... I can't even get back... Okay, here we go. Shoot, shoot. Oh. You get, like, one opportunity to hit them. And, of course, we've got these janky controls going on. Oh, we're screwed. We're on the ground. There's no way we're getting back up. Maybe. I mean, let's go full speed. Seems like, oh no, seems like we're, yeah, it seems like we might be cooked here. We've got no tailpiece now. Yeah. All right, here we go. So we've got 2 AI planes now, and we've put really simply a player indicator on the front of them. Now, the player indicator is hooked up into the main AI steering block, so it shouldn't try and aim towards itself. So really quickly, we're just going to activate both these planes, and we're going to jump in that plane, and we'll see if we get far enough away, what happens. How they engage each other. I'm assuming they're just going to fly straight into each other, hit each other, glitch together, and that'll be the end of it. But we'll see how this goes. And of course, I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of this build and any other suggestions for builds. I am going to come back and improve this. I think there are a lot of things we can do to improve it. But of course, I'd love to hear what your suggestions are on how to fix some of those wobbling issues. Because of course, the wobbling is really what ruins the sort of autopilot. But there we go. We've got both those on. We'll just get out of here. And they're not going to activate their AI until they're off the ground. So hopefully they'll get a little bit of distance between them. But I have a feeling they're literally just going to turn around and smash into each other. Like, they might even just turn and smash right into the ground, to be perfectly honest. Hopefully they actually work, because that one's starting up. Okay, it's looping back around. It's going for the other one. Okay, yeah, it's definitely... Okay, they didn't hit each other yet. They're actually... Oh my God, they're actually kind of dogfighting. I honestly didn't think that. I thought they would literally just run into... Okay, who's going to get shot first? They're still shooting. Okay, let's oh, they hit each other there. Okay. They turn so quickly though. You can see, okay, yeah, that's insane. Okay. Dodge. We're playing a little bit with fire here. You guys honestly not hit each other yet? Is that, oh no, he's shooting at me now. No, get away, 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 go away. No, okay, that one's shooting. Yeah, go back to shoot each other. They hunt the closest. This would be awesome actually to have like 20 of those on one map. You know, that's what we gotta do. We gotta put like 20 of these planes. I don't know, how are we gonna even spawn them all? All right, let's go a little bit closer, see if we can get the AI to follow us back up into the sky. See, the problem is they need height sensors, right? So we definitely need to build some altitude into it. And maybe that's what we'll do. We'll make a better version of this, put some altitude sensors on it as well, and then we'll spawn 20 of them. Because I feel like 20 of these, it's going to just be this. They're all just going to fly to the ground, and that's going to be it. So definitely let me know what you think in the comments down below, your predictions for next time. But definitely going to have to put way more of them in a map. But of course, make them better so they minimum height. The problem is they need to basically have it so that if they're not at a minimum height, they try and get up to the minimum height before they try and engage you. So even if they swoop down below the minimum height when they're engaging, they'll loop back up after a short period of time and get back up to that minimum height. Because otherwise, they just, they just do what they're doing there. They're fighting below the ground. So it's not really, not really doing anything. And of course, if we had trees and obstacles, they would really, oh no, wait, no, that's their shadows. Oh, they're up there. Okay, well, you know what? That's fine. It's all good. But anyways, of course, I will make these available on the workshop. I'm not going to do the ones with the player indicators, but I'll make the regular ones that chase the player down available on the workshop, as well as this cardboard plane. Try and shoot them down. I have yet to be successful in shooting down a single one. They seem to take me out more often. Maybe you'll have better luck. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. And while you're at it, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see y'all next time. Oh my god. You guys still going at it? No one's dead. Oh, I think they both just crashed into trees.